Nill by the science person. Nill, 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 nill. Once I got my foot stuck in a crock. Nill by the science person.
Recycling is so important in today's world if we want to leave a beautiful planet for future generations. Like Gerald. Do it for Gerald.
But Nilby, what's recycling?
Wait! You don't know what recycling is? Your carbon footprint must be out of this world. Stick around and I'll educate you on how to fix this. Well, to begin, when you think of recycling, you should think of three things. 3 R's.
Reduce means to minimize waste. Reusing is using an item more than once, and recycle is giving something a new use.
Now that we figured out what the 3 R's are, let's get into some facts. Do you know that Canadians produce up to 3.3 million tons of plastic waste per year? And a whopping 2.8 million tons of this waste ends up in Canadian landfills every year. Plastic waste is laced with harmful chemicals that are often ingested by marine animals and wildlife. And plastic that is deep in landfills can spread into groundwater, which can often have a very negative effect on our ecosystems.
Canada recycles just a mere 9% of plastics.
That's just sad. It's not just plastics that are important to recycle. Think of paper too. Recycling paper can aid in reducing greenhouse gas emissions that contribute to climate change.
But Nilby, what happens to your recycling?
Oh my god. The process of recycling begins in your own home. You organize recycling, remember that the blue bin is for containers and the red bin is for paper products. Did you know that only 94% of the contents of this bin is actually recycled? That's because of something called contamination. For example, this coffee pot.
This is considered contamination simply because it's an unrecyclable product, so it would end up in a landfill. A good way to combat this issue is to be more mindful of what you're recycling, rinse out food containers, and make sure that what you're recycling can be recycled. Remember, no plastic film, no food, and no liquid. Gross.
Here in the Windsor-Essex area, recycling trucks have 2 compartments, one for paper and one for containers. These go to 2 different facilities to be processed.
No more songs, Nilby.
Aw, man! In these facilities, things are put into large machines and with the help of workers, sorted by type. Like glass jars, cans, and hard plastics. Stuff like plastic bags are taken to landfills, so don't recycle those. The process of recycling paper products involves mixing old paper with water and chemicals to break it down, chop it up, and heat it. This creates a pulp which can be used to make new paper products. Now that we talked about the importance of recycling and the process of recycling, let's talk about what you can do at home. Make sure that what you're recycling can be recycled. Save what you have and be crafty. And if you have other options for single-use items, use other options. All these things can help you reduce your carbon footprint.
Carbon footprint, a measure of the impact your activities have on the amount of CO2 emissions that create greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, causing pollution, wildfires, and climate change.
You can do what's right and stay educated. And remember, when you refuse to reuse, it's our earth you abuse. Thank you for watching. That's all for today.
Nill by the science person.